Y'all are watching Fire on the Hill. My name is Matt and this is Nick. Today we are putting a roof on the Pergola. Nick is the professional in this video today. I am not a professional at all. I don't even know what the heck I'm doing. We're gonna put a roof on this Pergola. So behind us we have already put a couple sheets of metal on the Pergola. The goal here is we're hoping that it's as easy as screwing the tin into the frame of the Pergola. We're not worried about the slant of the roof because the whole Pergola is slanted for this purpose, so water runoff should not be an issue. What we got, guys, we got the first 3 pieces of tin on there. We're going to go ahead and screw the first piece of tin on. We're going to have about a 23.5 inch overhang with the tin, because honestly I want as much as I can without messing with the structure of the Pergola, because the more shade, the more shelter, the better off we'll be. So let's go ahead and get this drilled in, and then we'll follow suit with the rest. We're gonna have to cut the rest of this tin to make it fit.
So a lot of you are probably wondering why the tin is running this way. Well, if we were to put stripping boards up here like we were gonna do on a traditional southern roof, we would obviously have to run them across these, what I would call the truss. But because we don't want to have to turn the pergola all the way around, if you look at anybody's carport, they put them cheap carport metal on like this and run it that way. Our lap is always going to be over, so when the water runs across over these ridges, it has no chance to come back because it's going to file suit and follow down. If we were to turn the whole pergola, it would make more sense, but because the pergola is the way it is right now and we don't want to move it, it's perfect where it's at. We're just going to run the metal like this. We're going for as much of redneck perfection as we can.
Also, guys, if something doesn't work out, we could always just move this Pergola.
That's right.
Turn it sideways, yeah, and that fixes the problem.
Yeah.
But we're trying to go with as least work as possible right now. Like I said, it could all be fixed.
And we're not going to screw it crazy. We're just going to screw every other lap. A lot of you roofers, people that watch, probably screw every single one. If we need to take this off or want to take it off, the less holes we put in it, the less chances it is to leak, and the easier it is to take off later on. So that's the way we're going to do it.
Also, another thing is this is not very thick metal. It's very, very thin. And the reason we're not putting wood up is because we really don't want to put much weight on this Pergola. As you can see in the middle, it's already bending.
Yeah, a couple of these they're bowing. It's just to keep shelter.
So this is literally just to, like I said, keep shelter, keep the sun off us, keep the rain off of us. If we have any issues with running off or puddling up, we could always turn the Pergola the other way, and that will fix that problem.
Yeah. Just like that.
Money.
We got a screw. Now we're gonna go every other lap, so we'll skip. We put one in the end. You always put one in your end. We'll skip this next lap, and then we'll do the 3rd lap so that we don't have a ton of screws in it. The hard part is not seeing where you're screwing, so you're gonna have to kind of eyeball it.
Yeah, guys, like I said, less screws obviously for moving purposes if we want to change it, but also the structure of this Pergola is not the strongest. You look on.
That'll do it for that one right there, and we'll just file suit.
Move to the next one.
The what?
Oh yeah, guys, and the reason this piece of wood is up there is I wanted to simulate it being screwed in, and we just wanted to make sure that because of the way these run and how they dip down in the middle, we wanted to make sure that it wouldn't make too big of a dip to puddle water, and that's the reason why that piece of wood is up there.
Do it for that sheet.
There we go. All right, so the first panel we put on, guys, is 161 inches. So we're gonna measure that. And what we've done is we've taken both sheets right here and put them on top of each other because they're the same length. And we're gonna do one cut. Work smart, not hard. We're gonna use a board.
Score a straight
make a
line.
nice line.
Am I even scoring? Yeah, I'm scoring. Running out of lead.
Oh, we need the lead. Nice clean cut. You know, you're supposed to cut these one at a time. But we are good old boys, so we do it the fast way.
I have metal snips too, but they're in the trailer, in the work trailer.
You want to spin around, or?
Yeah, I'll try to follow the wood piles out. You can get it just somewhat up there. Drop my end down so you can get it more. Got it?
While we're doing the pergola, we got a wood delivery. So guys, this tree service guy brought me wood today, but he's also picking up wood. You want to make sure that you have a good relationship with him. He had brought me some sweet gum, and he says he didn't know it was sweet gum, but I told him up front I don't take sweet gum. So I set it to the side and asked him to come back and get it, and sure enough, that's what he's doing. So just that little bit of you helping him and him helping you makes the world of difference. All right, Nick's just looking at his masterpiece over here. Here we are, guys. So we did overhang on the sides just because I wanted more coverage. This tin was all free to us, so that's why it's dirty, and I don't care about if it's dirty. I'm just gonna leave it out here. It's in the woods. But I was telling Nick, I said, dude, this thing looks so much bigger with the roof on it. He's like, oh yeah, we say it all the time.
That's right, yeah. I do little construction stuff, and like you put rafters on a porch and stuff, and people question if they built their porch or their deck big enough, and then all of a sudden you put a roof on it and they're happy as all get out. So we put a roof on something with overhang like this, it works in your favor, because you realize how big of a space you really have. 10 by 10 looks a lot bigger when you put that roof on it.
So yeah, we have what, probably 14 by 12 now.
Yep. You have about 2 foot of overhang on either side, and then we also left it go off a little bit here. So yeah,
so it's a little bit bigger. It's probably a 14 by 12
Which gives you
or
a
something
good
like
drip
that.
edge, because if the water does come off this way, it has no chance of working back towards your splitter or anything.
True.
Which is nice.
Yeah, more coverage is better. I don't know if y'all could see that, but you can see that the roof is slanted down and back to the left, so that's how this is going to drain off. How we fastened it, Nick, how do we fasten this thing?
So instead of going every single rib like a lot of people do, we did every other rib on the outside so the wind has no chance of picking it up, and then we did every other rib on these I just call them the truss or the cross pieces here. So, I mean, it does not have a chance. You see I'm pushing up on it. It's not going to come up. If it's going to come up, it's going to take this whole thing, which we do get heavy winds, but that's when I told them just to tie this thing down, because a 70-mile-an-hour wind might want to take this whole thing. But other than that, it's not going to go anywhere. The tin's not going to come up. And the only other thing is that, so we didn't have to rip one. What you call a rip is when you cut it down the lengthwise way. We just double lapped this last one here, and it worked out perfectly. We didn't have to cut nothing else. So he's got a double rib lap here instead of just a single rib. So less work, and it went up, and you have double the coverage now. So
yeah, so this thing's awesome, guys. What he means by the lip right there is that it evenly went all the way down on both sides. And we use self-tapping screws, self-tap metal screws.
Yeah, they're just regular roofing screws. They have a starter metal bit on the end, and then I think this is just some aluminum. I mean, it seems like steel, but
yeah,
magnets stick to it. But it's thin, so they went right into it and they fastened down. I have no doubt that they'll hold.
So we got a roof on it, guys, and like I said before, we didn't want to put wood on it just because it just adds so much more weight to it. If I ever want to move this, having just the tin up there, it actually gives it flexibility, so that it wouldn't break if we were to mess something up. So there you go, guys. We have a pergola or pergola, whatever you call it, with a roof on it. I'm super excited. We only actually have like $150 in this project. Yeah. I bought the pergola for $150, and the guy actually delivered it for me because he already had it on his trailer. I was just like, bring it, dude, whatever. Nick sourced the tin for free. This is
all extra roofing tin, a job. They always give you a cover sheet on your tin you order, so these are all just cover sheets. Little scratches here and there, but for what he's using it for, it's perfect.
So yeah, we got everything other than the pergola for free. Now we have a, let's just say 12-foot by 12-foot pergola. Yeah. And I'm super excited. Nick, thanks for your professionalism. No all right, guys, that's all we got today. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that like button, that notification bell. We'll see you next time.